And we haven't even gotten to the penis jokes yet. None of those were funny.
No.
And not only were they not funny, but they were all random. They weren't even... Half of them weren't even in the context of the movie. They were just there. And some of the jokes were even inconsistent. Even the jokes that weren't funny had no consistency. Like, okay, so you had Justin Timberlake's character who has a cock on everything, like an actual rooster. You know, his I think his license plate said like big cock or something. So it's supposed to be a cock. Cock here, cock there, cock in the swimming pool, cock in the car. You get to the sign of the thing that's supposed to be guarding his house, and it says guard rooster. Well, if you've already gone that far with the cock joke, why didn't you just make it say guard cock? It wouldn't have been funny, but it would have been consistent.
Yeah, well, because we never get the sense that this guy has a thing for roosters. We get the sense that this guy's trying to promote the fact that he has.
I'll tell you something though. Of everything in that movie, Justin Timberlake of all fucking people was the funniest fucking thing there. I actually laughed hard at some of his parts.
When he started dancing to Celine Dion, we were sort of rolling on the floor. The thing with it, and see, they took a subtler route with him than they did any of the other. I can't even really call them double entendres because they're so obvious. But the thing is, he never talked about the fact that he had a big dick. It was just sort of a part of his person. It was just sort of part of what caused him to be so confident and have this bravado.
Yeah.
They didn't really need to dictate to the audience, okay, this is the joke behind him. We just sort of got it.
You asked me at one point in the film, what are the parameters of this character, the character of the Love Guru? And that's something that was never established. I mean, if you watch the first two Austin Powers films, you know who that guy is. Yeah. This guy is just doing whatever Mike Myers thinks is funny off the top of his head.
He's just there to produce either a sight gag or a crude joke that isn't funny.
Yeah, which are mostly dick jokes.
Mostly dick jokes, and also, which dick jokes aren't funny. I don't know when people are going to finally realize that dick jokes in and of themselves aren't funny. But even it's this looking at the camera, something that Mel Brooks ended up doing.
Oh yeah, that gets on my nerves.
Yeah, I know.
Like nothing else.
He walked up to the little guy, and he has a platter of shrimp.
Yeah, I know.
And he looks at the guy, and he enunciates the word as if we're gonna miss the joke if he doesn't. He looks at him, he says, "Shrimp, get it? Huh?
Yeah, I know.
Misunderstanding? Huh? Get it?" It's just
that's something that you want to get out of your face.
I was actually going to talk about aesthetic distance especially when it comes to comedies. Aesthetic distance and timing are crucial to comedies, and this movie has neither.
There's nothing to time in this movie. Every single scene is just off the top of his head. You had that part where you've got Ben Kingsley as the cross-eyed guru because he masturbated too much. Oh my God! And there's no target there for any kind of a joke. And then so he's peeing in a bucket, and then they have to use mops full of pee to hit each other with.
Yeah.
Any third grader could have wrote that, and half of those third graders wouldn't even have laughed at it. It's not funny, and it has nothing to do with any kind of a like I said, like of a target. What does that have to do with making fun of Eastern culture or Eastern practices? It's just dumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just dumb, and it's not funny. There was another with Ben Kingsley. There was another part where I remember this was actually where I turned the movie off because I tried to watch it once before you and I did, and I turned the movie off at this point. He said, something to the effect of, I'm cross-eyed. I know, it's weird. What? I know, and that was supposed to be a joke. That was supposed to be a humorous climax to something. We were supposed to laugh at that.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop because I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
It's one of the worst comedies I've ever seen in my life. Maybe a little bit better than Robin Hood Men in Tights. A little.
Did I laugh at Robin Hood? Was there any? There was one laugh I got out of Robin Hood Men in Tights, and that's when he broke into song.
I know,
and she screams because she's not expecting it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah,
Everything else sucked.
That's the only joke I laughed at in that movie.
Yeah. The Love Guru was horrible. So we're going to be talking about The Watchmen next. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, if you actually watch The Love Guru, I feel bad for you. Adios.